volume's all the way up. Yo, what is happening? It's your boy. I'm live on the set of I've Done It Again. I'm in Bakersfield, California. The crew just checked in, waiting for the cast to get here a little bit later. There's so much to do in this Easter weekend. And first of all, renting an Airbnb out here was a challenge, but we got it done. I needed a special amount of space. That's Charles in the background with his phone. He's in the film. He's also part of the cast. So you hear some noise in the background. It's his phone going off, you black motherfucker. Yeah. Y'all meet him in a minute. Man, to give you a short story about Charles, he was in the first film. If you go through the end credits, he was the guy that got killed in the dark ass warehouse. You never seen him. That was pre-planned because we was gonna have him play two roles. So the day that we shot the backyard boogie scene in the original film, he had to go to LA for a family reunion. He couldn't make it. So I said, man, that sucks. But here we are again. I never thought I'd make a sequel. So he get to play another character that's actually in the movie. You will see his face, all that good stuff. Hear him speak, not just yell getting killed or saying, who's there? Who's there? What's going on with a flashlight? So he actually got some really cool roles in this film. Now, will he die or live? You got to see the film later on. I'm not giving that information up just yet. But yeah, this place is cool. Did a walkthrough. This is a 3-bedroom house, 2-bath, and it has a pool. So it has everything that I needed for this film because this portion of this film takes place in 2 months. It takes place during the month of October, then it skips ahead and takes place during Christmas time. And it's a lot going on that's dedicated to this residence that we're in. So let me give you a quick tour of this place. So I'm gonna grab the camera and we're just gonna walk around. I'm currently in the living room. You see a workstation in the back by the front door. You can see the kitchen and dining room behind me, TV, paintings on the wall. They got some really cool plants in the background here, as you can see. And what else we got here? Oh, shit. There's somebody sitting on the couch over there. That's Charles. Wave to the camera. Charles, say what's up, brother?
What's going on? What's going on?
We're going to walk around. I'm going into the dining room area. Really nice wood and glass table. It's really plush, really cool. I like that a lot. Kitchen is everything I asked for. There's actually scenes that takes place in the kitchen, so you get to see all of that. And the lights are perfect. It creates lens flares, which is exactly what I want for this film. So it's really cool. Very modern kitchen, very nice. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you look at it yourself. You got your stove, you got your modern refrigerator, everything, cabinetry, your backsplash. This is really, really, really nice. And the microwave is way over here, which is a trip. I like how that's done. Got your microwave up there. You have access to the backyard. Yes, we have a pool, orange tree. Really cool for the setting of the film. Now I'm gonna take you through the rest of the house. Come this way. And boom. You have a little pantry here. They got towels and everything. This is the first bathroom here. Really nice art deco on the wall. Really cool. Let you see it for yourself. Has a sunroof. Yeah. We're gonna do it big. So the first bedroom, we're not using it all in the film. So I'm storing all of my gear and equipment in this room. Part of my wardrobe. Still have to unpack a lot of my gear that I'm using for the film, wardrobe and things of that nature. So next we're gonna come down here. It's a big old pantry here. There's nothing in here at all. It's empty. This is the other bedroom here. One of the cast members will be staying in this room. It's really nice. Let's give it I like this mirror, full size mirror. You can see yourself. Now you can dance in that mirror if you want to. You know, hey, damn, look at that. Like I said, we just got here shortly about an hour ago. We still have to unpack and get everything ready. We're going to cross the hallway and go into the master bedroom. This will be definitely used in the film. Sliding glass door heading out to the pool area in the backyard. That'll be my workstation as I'm editing while I'm staying here. Laptop, everything is here. Really cool, really cool. And again, this is the other restroom. Another skylight. Really cool. I like that. Let it illuminate. And then yeah, this is real dope. This is cool. The weather's actually nice out here. I did bring my swimming trunks, so brother might get in the pool. I got palm trees in the backyard. Look at that. Yo, palm trees that tall in the backyard. Yo, I like that. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. So, my man Cyrus is in the building. Yo, what's up, brother? Just showing everybody the set that we're using for the film. I've done it again. I'm just kicking it with the homies.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, man, we living lavishly. This is a nice place. We're gonna hook it up. My boy says it's fire. It is, brother. Wish you was here with us, man. But you know, there's always New York coming up soon. So we'll discuss a few things. Let me get back to my workstation here. Let's see what we got here. Excuse the noise as I'm plugging this all back up. All right, here we go. Yeah, man. So when I wrote the script, the ending is very, very important. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but this house does play a huge, huge part of the third act of this film. Some incredible things are going to happen, some werewolf stuff, some scary stuff. It's going to be real cool. Now, recently, Sunday, in Propertude, I released the second trailer of the film. It ran over well, did over 300 views, right away. And people are really digging the vibe of the film. It's your first really look. For the teaser trailer, you got very little details, but the actual trailer, number 2, you got some intricate language so you know what's going on. Of course, he's reprising his role myself as the werewolf. And yes, I'm getting used to the idea of being a werewolf to the point where it's more important being a werewolf than it is being a human being. But love finds a way, and I meet a young lady and we're courting, we're dating, we fall in love. So, spoiler alert, I killed my last girlfriend in the last film. So now in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, what am I going to do with this new woman? I'm definitely in love. I got to tell her my secret. What do I do? That is the main dilemma of the film. And, you know, it makes for a juicy, very integral plot that hovers throughout the film. Yes, I'm still a detective. I'm investigating my own murder, so I'm covering things up. It's a really cool idea, but I always want to tell a really good love story. And I was talking to my buddy Cyrus, and he said, that's Charles in the background again with that loud ass phone. It's all right. God damn. He's over there cracking up. Yeah, he's sound design, man. Fuck that. You're not gonna be in a movie no more. You're gonna be sound design, okay? This motherfucker, jump scare motherfucker. But impromptu, man, we're having fun.
Yes, sir.
As I was saying, with the film, I kind of lost my train of thought. Motherfucker, got that jump scare, it got me. But the cool thing about this film is juggling a story of love. And like I said, my boy Cyrus was talking to me. He said, "Man, I've never really seen a good horror film with a legitimate love story." Closest we got was probably Vampire in Brooklyn. It was basically more comedy and the love story. It wasn't working. I mean, Eddie Murphy, Angela Bassett, eh, it wasn't it wasn't jiving. So they tried, they came, and they failed. But it's a guilty pleasure for me. But I'm trying to really do a great love story in the form of a horror film with lots of tension and lots of suspense, you know. Um, I don't have to do a background story. If you've seen the first film, you know the origin of the wolf. You know that his father was attacked years ago by a pack of wolves. He survived, but that's how he became a wolf. Myself, through conception, I inherited a gene that my father got from the actual wolf attack. So after a certain age, you just kind of grow into who you're going to be, and you don't see it coming, and you can't control the urge. It is what it is. When a wolf takes over, it takes over. And this movie will have a not so much biblical, but significant meanings how important wolves are to certain tribes in the Indian culture. So when you find out that you're worshiped by a certain group of people, you kind of think different about yourself. Is it really a curse or is it a gift? And that's the situation that the antagonist slash antagonist, because he's both in this film, is struggling with. Am I a god? Am I worshipped by a certain amount of people, so that makes me a god? Or is it a curse? There's nothing I can do about it because I inherited this gene. I didn't ask for it, but now I have to live with it. And anybody I get close to is going to meet their end through me. So it's kind of fun. But very proud of the trailer. The trailer introduced my co-star. We've been keeping it a secret for a while since we've been filming, but Lovely from Lovely's Movie Reviews plays my love interest in the movie. So when we dropped the trailer, all bets were off. Now the cat's been let out the bag. Yeah, so when we met last year on YouTube, we both live in California and we're both from the LA area. Now I live in Sacramento, she lives in Bakersfield. It's about a 4.5 hour drive. And we said, well, we can make it happen. And she's has acting background. She's done acting before. She's been on TV game shows. She has an incredible personality. And we talked and she came aboard and I told her, you have a lot to do. You have to be physically fit to do certain things in this film. Um, Being beautiful, well, Shorty has that down. Brother got to be with a fine woman to have his co-star, right? Yeah, she's easy on the eyes, incredible personality. She's funny as all to get out, and it's a pleasure to work with her. And I sent her the script, and some parts of the movie we're gonna write the script together, kind of like improv, because I feel men can write for women. Can they do it right? I'm not entirely sure. Whenever I write a role for a woman, I like to get a woman's input to make sure the language is correct, the way a woman feels when she's saying these particular things. As a writer, we get these things in our head. We think everything is perfect until you really test the waters and you realize, I need a woman's touch to make this work. And so we're going to decorate later on. We got to decorate for Christmas, and we also got to decorate for Halloween to get the two seasons filling throughout the film. The film release date is October the 20th this year. This will be the fourth film in a row that comes out around Halloween time. So I'm trying to keep that thing going. It's really fun. But this film is unlike anything I've ever done before. The first film, yes, I created the universe. I'm comfortable in the universe. So I don't have to go backwards. I can only move forward. So I can really get into the deepness of maybe my parents, maybe tell a situation from another point of view. Now you have an antagonist in the movie that's conscious of what he is and what he believes. Then you have an antagonist. Lovely is basically the audience figuring this all out and learning about this werewolf situation for the first time. Imagine you meet a cool guy, you know, he has a decent job as a private detective, not a private detective, but he deals with the homicide and on the police squad, but he is a detective. And that's an interesting job. A lot of things you don't want to bring home. And your girls are excited, your friends, your parents are excited. You met a decent guy and you fall in love. And God behold, this motherfucker's a werewolf. Damn. And you find out, didn't you chomp up your last girlfriend? Didn't you eat her ass up? So yeah, I got some interpretations, brother, about how we can make this work. You know, my parents made it work. Can I convince her that we can make it work because my parents made it work? You know, so many subplots in this movie to dive into and experience as an audience. And then the sound design in this movie is pretty incredible. Um, Camera equipment, you know, I'm talking about a beautiful looking film. If you've seen the trailer, if not, check it out. It's up on YouTube right now. But the look of the film, that's what you're going to get throughout the course of the film. It's very beautiful. I'm using some new camera techniques, some new textures to give it a classic but glossy look at the same time. And it has the same feel as the original film, but I'm definitely taking it up a notch and doing some new things. You might have some recurring roles from the first film, the people who survive. I'm not going to tell you who they are, but you'll see that. Like I said, Charles is an exception. Like I said, he was supposed to be in the first film as another character. We're bringing him back. And he's part of the crew and part of the cast. So he's a big help behind the scenes and things like that, you know. So it's cool. And, you know, when you're a director like Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez, or even, you know, other people you know, it's cool when you can put your homies in the film and do things like that. It's like payback. Like, hey man, you've been here for my journey. The least I can do is put you in my film and shine some light on you and let you get your flowers, whether if I kill your ass or not. But Charles is pretty fun. He's in my very first film, Don't Look Back. And we had some funny moments. Remember in the truck behind the scene? We had a blast, man. You know, this is cool. This is my life dream come true. I've always wanted to make film, went to college for it, and technology has made it applicable to do this on a decent budget. My budget for this film was $5,000, and most of that is traveling expenses. Later on this month, I'm traveling to New York. Excuse me, to New York. I'm shooting another big portion of this film in New York. And then I got incredible people who signed up. Some you might know, some you know, not know. You'll figure that out later on, and it's going to be fun. My man, can't wait to see it, brother. I'm I'm glad you got the fire frame flames up there, man. I'm bringing some heat with this one. I chose to go with an all minority cast. It's something I want to do as a black director. You know, years Hollywood has kept us in the background. Now we have the power, we have the ability, and we have the technology to do what we want to do. We had black exported films back in the day, exportation films, but we were doing karate, shooting whitey. You know, that's cool. But Jordan Peele said in an interview, all of my leads will be black in all of my films. And I think that's beautiful. We never had that before. He got a little flack for it for some people, but you know, people are always going to say something because everything we say seems racist. No, I chose to do something different. My first film was very diverse. You had black, Asian, white, Italian, Indian. Everything is in my first film. Now this one, even Latinos was in that last film. You know, um, I wanted to do something that was more culturally, um, that was home base, and black people in horror movies in the past usually don't make it through the opening credits or they get killed in gruesome ways. Black people are gonna be running and running, like leaping, like how we really get down in real life. We don't get shot like that. We run from our problems. So it'll be a lot of that. That's why some of the cast had to be in physical shape. I'm putting these people through the ringer, but that's just the way it is. That's how we get down. I'm going to keep it realistic as possible, man. And then I want to tell a black love story between two African Americans, a woman of color and a man of color. The beauty and how we get down, how we embrace each other in this life that we live in a unjust, unfit world that doesn't cater to us, but together we will survive. I'll give you an example. I remember when Rodney King got his ass whooped. It was hard to watch. And I've dated out of my race, I've dated everything. But at the time, I was dating a woman of color, and we had to say anything to each other. We watched the news, we looked at each other, and we cried together. It was nothing mentioned, nothing said. We felt the pain because we know what it's like. She's been pulled over by cops. I've been pulled over by cops. We know what it's like. And if you're dating a white girl, there's nothing wrong with that, but they might not understand. I've never been pulled over by the cops like that. I never had that problem. Then you got to try to explain. I remember dating a couple of snow bunnies back in the day. When the new Spike Lee movie came out, it was mandatory. We're going to go see a Spike Lee joint. And, that's how I got down. And certain things, I remember the Olympics came out when Muhammad Ali had lit the torch. And this is when he had the disease and was shaking. And I was dating a snow bunny at the time. And she was like, why is he shaking? I said, oh my God, he's going to burn. I said, look, he is like the greatest heavyweight champion ever in history. And she didn't understand it. And it was painful to try to explain that to her, what a great man great man that he is and was. But yeah, he's in a different stage of his life right now, And I don't like explaining things about Black history to people. It gets old. I'd rather for you to already know and have an understanding of it, and we can relive it together at the same time, love it together. So that's why it's important. There's certain situations in this film that only a Black woman would know how to react to. And when she talked to another woman of color about her situation, they can coincide and come up with an idea how to deal with it. That's just how it is. Life in the hood is different than life in white suburbia. So I'm bringing that to the table. That's why I chose to go with an all minority cast. And this cast is fire. Oh my God, fire. The two main leads, the women in this film, Melissa Maganzo and Lovely from Lovely's movie review. These women are phenomenal. You see them, on YouTube, laughing, smiling. Well, you're not going to see that in this film. It's going to be different. There's some lighthearted moments throughout the film, but this is first and foremost a horror film draped in a love story with a lot of suspense. And you remember the first film had a high body count. The werewolf is ferocious. He doesn't care. And now, since the first film to this film, this man has accepted his curse. In fact, kinds of like it. So how are you going to change a person who's enjoying their new lifestyle? That's the dilemma some of these women in this film have to deal with and try to counteract and save love for love's sake. I'm using a very popular song by SWV, Use Your Heart, one of my favorite love songs of all time. And the message of the song, use your heart and not your eyes. Well, when you're an animal, they go off of instinct. They don't go off of heart. They see what they want and they attack what they want. And that's how animals are. So she's got to convince this animal, this beast, this manifestation, this monstrosity, use your heart and not your eyes. Sweetheart, good luck with that. That's her dilemma in the film. So it's going to be fun, man. And, I'm excited. It's going to be 2 long nights, 3 long days of shooting all the way into Easter. But, that's life in Black Hollywood. You got to do what you got to do. And with the budget, like I said, I paid for a lot of the traveling. I had to rent an Airbnb Apartment in New York, that's expensive. Flying back and forth is expensive. Here, this place is not cheap for an Airbnb. Also, I'm going to rent another spot later on this summer when we finish the film in Sacramento. I'm going to rent another big place for an Airbnb to finish the film. So the set pieces, as you can see, are legit, nice, and it's going to fit the vibe of the film. Like I said, if you've seen the trailer, watch it again, share it with a friend, and let's try to get the numbers up, man, because I really want to promote this film. And there'll be some new posters coming out after this weekend is over promoting the film as well. You know, I try to keep it kind of secretive, like I'm using the love approach, love story. I'm not showing any horror elements of the werewolf in none of my marketing. All you see is blue tint and black and white. The first film, I did black and white, and the only offset color was red. Well, in this film, again, same technique. I'm using black and white, and the offset color will be blue. And blue is for a reason, a very significant reason. If you're smart, if you look at the marketing, especially look at the thumbnail for the first and second trailer and look really, really hard at the eye, it gives away it doesn't give away anything really, but you can try to guess what that eye means and what's coming next. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But, you know, I never thought I'd be doing a sequel to this. Like I said, I wrote a treatment 10 years ago. It didn't fit modern day times to make it work. And I was um, having a discussion with a good friend. He said, man, your universe is dope. I think you should continue to tell a story. And that weekend, something hit me in the middle of the night. I wrote 8 pages right away and it fit. And it's funny how God works or how fate works or what do you believe in? Things happen for a reason. Right when I finished the script, I had no cast. I happened to meet Lovely on a live stream with Rashad G. We hit it off real well. We talked off set, got to know each other. Hey, we live in California. We're both from LA. We're around the same. Hey, man, this is great. And she told me what her background was. Then, like, would you be interested in acting in a movie? So I let her, watch my first movie, and she loved it. I said, well, I just wrote the sequel for this one, and I emailed her the script right away. She fell in love. Melissa was a different story. I had her on an episode of Cali Love podcast with me and Dana. And her and Dana know each other. They've done African dance back in the day. And her parents are from Africa. She's African descent, and she's gorgeous and an incredible dancer, but she wants to get into acting. But she said, not that I wasn't taking it serious, but I really wasn't pushing the agenda to be an actress because she has so many ideas and things she's doing. I mean, she's a triple threat. She has a film out right now, a documentary that she's touring the entire United States for. Melissa Maganzo, look her up on Instagram and follow her. She's incredible. And she has a major, major role in this film. And let me tell you, she's lights out. She's incredible. She's a force of nature. And we went out, we had some lunch. We talked about the filming and made it official that you're a part of the cast. And she said, after we talked and you wanted me to be in your film, I'm taking acting a whole lot more serious. And after this, I'm pursuing a future in acting. That's beautiful, man. When you open up these endorphins and ideas locked away, and sometimes we have fear of facing our demons. And once you take that first step forward, man, it only gets easier. The pathway gets shorter. And I have a dynamite cast, fire story. It's going to be great. And I hope you guys all enjoyed, man. Today is the first day of shooting some very major scenes because this weekend I'm shooting all werewolf scenes. And when I go to New York on the 27th through the 30th, I'm shooting all werewolf scenes again. So this is crucial. This is the meat and potatoes, of the film right here. And I wanted room to work around. The first film was great. We had a warehouse. We had a big old house with a backyard. We had set pieces of people's houses and apartments. But this film, man, as you've seen in the trailer, me and my loved one were overlooking a lake that was shot here in Bakersfield. Bakersfield has some really cool set pieces that I'm using to strengthen this film's look and to have some fun with it. But hey, I have a long night ahead of me, so I'm gonna cut this short. Um, Episode 3 might be coming really soon. I'm gonna bring the brothers back, my boy Rashad, my boy Cyrus, and my boy Q to talk about films. And also during this live stream, every month I'm gonna feature a director to talk about. I'll talk amongst the brothers in the chat room. We're gonna do Tim Story as one of our featured directors to talk about. And he had a very successful career in movies. Some movies you might know that he did or that he didn't do, but he did everything from superhero movies to black comedies. The man is pretty versed, and I love him. I think he's a great talent. And I want to give him his flowers. And we're going to talk about Tim's story in a future episode of Directors Talk. Until then, man, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. You got a tour of everything. And next time you see this set, it'll be in October. All right, peace. You know how we get down. Nothing but love. I see you on the flip side. I'm out.